So you want to make some money, do you? Seaville Reef is just not good enough for you anymore? Well then welcome to the Emerald Experiment, the series where I test out every single potential moneymaker in Wynncraft to see how much money can be made. This episode will be on the Olux Slimes. 2023 is the year of chaos. This year, every mythic I find, every new sub I gain, and every like on a new video I upload adds to what will be the largest giveaway in Wynncraft's history. The value of this giveaway is going up every day, and the current value is on screen now. The Olux Slimes are a method that has been around for a while, and while some players have made use of it, nobody has made a video showing it off, at least to my knowledge. I'm going to quickly go over the requirements and then test the method, and after that I will break down whether this moneymaker is good or just complete garbage. This method has a few requirements to do. First, in order to actually get into the cave to kill the slimes, you will need to complete the quest Crop Failure. This is a level 52 quest that also requires level 20 farming. In this quest, you help the farmer in Olux to figure out why his crops are all failing to grow. Second, you will need a piece of equipment with the Magnet Major ID. So you either need to do the Mercenary quest to unlock the bracelet Vindicator, or you need to get to level 100 to unlock access to the chestplate Gravity. I would recommend just going with Vindicator. Now, with the quest completed and an item with the Magnet ID in hand, you'll want as much loot bonus as possible, and while you're at it you can go ahead and get some stealing to get extra money, but the stealing is mostly just a bonus. Now let's head to Olux and try this out for 3 hours and see what my average is. Important disclaimer, Wynncraft has a rule against AFK farming. If you are able to find some way to do this method entirely AFK, do not do it. It is a bannable offense, and Wynncraft will either crack down on this method and make it worthless, or they will crack down on you and ban you. I guess it's time for us to begin our 3 hours. Let's go ahead and show off. For this, I've got... there it is. I've got 250% loot bonus on the dot, which is pretty nice. Nice solid amount. And then I've got 46% stealing. I could have gotten more stealing if I swapped out a couple pieces of gear that I'm using for something that gives stealing instead. And looking at it, I could have probably definitely gotten it to 100%, but I'm not trying for just a stealing build. I'm trying to focus on how much this can make, with the priority being the ingredient drops and then stealing as a bonus. So we will see. Location is going to be just north of the Olux Bank here. You just go up these stairs and right down here. Let's get started. Alright, looks like my ingredient pouch is actually full, so after I kill this big guy right here, well, it's full of like different things. It can still fill up more, but it's effectively full. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna leave. You can leave the cave by just running through the end, just like you do during the quest. The boss will not be in the middle. You head out. You go to Olux. And then you have two options. You have a blacksmith here, and you can take everything that you've gotten and you can scrap it all, and you can get scrap, which you can then sell on the market for like 15 emeralds a piece right now, or you could then take everything and you could sell it to him for just some emeralds, which is what I'm going to do for this, because the point of this video is to show you ways to make money without using the trade market. So we're just going to sell everything. Do that. And in 13 minutes, we have 1 liquid emerald and 19 emerald blocks. And it would be more if we turned that into scrap and sold it on the market instead, because 15 emeralds per scrap, and a lot of those things will be giving 2, 3, sometimes even 4 scrap. And it's just the normal items that we'll be taking. We will not be taking any of the unidentifieds, simply because identifying them will cut into the profits, and ultimately will also take longer. Just look at that. It's so nice. Higher stealing would be nice, because it would make it to where the hits would be producing emeralds even more often. Using Shaman with Totem or Smoke Bomb as Assassin, you're going to be killing them all instantly anyway, because the enemies, they progressively get weaker as they go down. So like the big guy spawns, he's level 52. When he dies, he spawns level 45s. When they die, they spawn in the little level 37 dudes. When they die, they spawn in the level, 6 Thought I saw one that was a different level for a second. But yeah, the level 6 dudes. We're just shy of that 1 hour mark. That's gonna be the end of our 3 hours. Move the mic away slightly. That's fine. Should sound about the same. Got 1 minute left to sell. I also got 2 morph iron that I'm keeping for personal use. Alright, and there we go. Sell all of that. And in 3 hours, minus 30 seconds of time that we didn't spend, we got 17 and a quarter liquid emeralds. It's not quite 6 LE per hour, but it's a little bit under that. Now, something that I do want to test real quick. Okay, if I go nothing on me, we're gonna go back down, and I'm just going to test 1 totem. How much do I get in the duration of 1 totem? And then this is how much this would be per hour utilizing totems. So the totem will last for 5 minutes. So if we, disregarding any of that, let's say we didn't take any of it, in 5 minutes, just shy of 1 LE, 60 emerald blocks in 5 minutes, utilizing the totem. So multiply that by 12, getting like 11, 12 LE per hour. Yeah, this is a fun one. No matter how many times I kill these slimes, I never get over how satisfying it is to have them just constantly exploding into ingredients and emeralds. And it's just been made so much more satisfying in 2.0. This cave has 2 main spots you can use to farm it. You have the tunnel area that I used, and you have the final room. The final room spawns more slimes, but it spawns most of them in the water around you, and you have to jump in after them or wait for them to swim to you, so I wouldn't recommend using this room. It has a higher potential for money, but it is far more tedious and might not actually be worth the added effort. As you have now seen, or skipped, this method earned me just shy of 6 LE per hour when I sold normal items to the blacksmith. If you instead choose to turn those items into repair scrap and sell that on the trade market, this method goes up to 7 or potentially 8 LE per hour depending on the price of repair scrap and your luck with normal item drops. When using totems, without factoring in selling or scrapping the normal items, as I was far too lazy for that, this method jumps to over 10 LE per hour, and if you were to introduce loot bombs, all the drops would be double and this method would soar to well over 20 LE per hour. With all this in mind, I can say that Olux Slimes are extremely solid, and whether you choose to make use of the market to sell repair scrap or just take the emeralds from the blacksmith, you can make some pretty quick and easy money here.